I'm an alcoholic. I'm in recovery. I'm also an addict. I'm in recovery. I've been sober for a little over 4 years. Let's get ready for the day while I tell you guys another story that is one of the reasons I decided to get sober. Also, I am so exhausted. I literally just flew in from the NASCAR race, so we're actually just getting ready to take a nap. So this story starts out, I'm in college. It is the summer in between my sophomore to junior year. I'm working retail. There's not like too much responsibility, but I'm obviously drinking and doing dry goods quite often this summer, like a lot. So I'm living in LA. I have a friend in college who lives in Palm Springs. So I'm in LA, she's in Palm Springs, and it's her birthday. Her mom asked if I could come out and surprise her. We coordinated this whole thing. Now, a little bit about this summer. So I was working retail, and I was very much addicted to these dry goods at this point. But the whole time that I would do the dry goods, it was to do schoolwork. So now that I wasn't doing schoolwork, I didn't have a reason to justify doing them. So I would do them every day before I worked at my retail job, and was just so out of my mind at my retail job, just being insane. As a result of that, sleep was not had often. It's just something that I had to do every time I took this dry good. I had to have a reason to justify it because I knew what I was doing in my head was wrong. If I can kind of come up with a reason to make myself feel better that I'm doing it, then it's not that bad. So I remember driving out to meet my friend at Palm Springs, and I am so tweaked out at this point. I literally had to pull over. I was so paranoid. I thought that somebody had hit my car, all this crazy stuff. I remember driving there and being I shouldn't be driving. I'm not in a good state. I remember just clutching the steering wheel, hanging on for dear life. And I surprised my friend, and honestly, all was good at that. It was nice. She was excited. Now, I was really, really dependent on these dry goods. I remember I brought them and I was I'm not going to take this, but just in case. Just in case I need it. I remember I got there and I ended up I had nothing to justify it. I wasn't studying. I wasn't working. I was I need to take this right now to feel okay. So I took it. I know that maybe doesn't sound that big of a deal or crazy to you. For me, it was just I really cannot go a day without this stuff, because I was in denial that it was something that I was super dependent on, and kind of having that moment where I was trying to go a day without it and actually not being able to. It's kind of jarring. I knew it was a little bit sus, but I just went on with my day, started getting ready to go out, and we started pre-gaming, and then we go out to this bar. Please remember, we are in Palm Springs. The population out there, mostly retired people, kind of an older crowd, really sweet, lovely people, but it's not LA where there's nightclubs. The bar scene is just, it's different out there. We go out to this bar, we get there, and I have, again, literally zero money. It wasn't that bad yet, but I was certainly running out. I had my little retail job, so I was making some money, and that's a whole nother thing. All the money that I made working at that retail job, and then some went back into the store. And that's again with that addictive personality. I just shopped. And I know you're probably oh, well, that's just something that happens when you're working retail. No, I'm telling you guys, I could not keep $1 in my pocket. It was truly another form of my disease manifesting. But that is a story for another day. Get to this bar, and it's my friend's birthday, and I was I'm buying the shots. I remember them being no, Jordan, you really don't have to buy it. And I was no, I got it. Every time I drank, I always wanted to be the girl with the money. I was no, guys, I got it. I'm cool. Don't worry. Having to act I was so superior to everybody, and was just honestly embarrassing and pathetic. I think I spent $60 on these shots, and I was left with maybe 10. So that was great. It was all about being perceived, right? So it was all about how I wanted people to see me. I couldn't just be myself. It was not the first time that I had spent my last few dollars on drinking. I remember one time I went to a bar, literally had to check my bank account to make sure I had enough money just to buy one drink. And then I wrote my phone number on the receipt to the bartender. I'm oh yeah, here's my number. Jordan, you just spent your last $14 on a freaking Long Island iced tea. I don't think that guy wants your phone number. I think that he maybe wants you to get help, okay? Anyway, regardless, back to the story. So we're drinking, whatever, and I just keep drinking, and we meet these ladies, these older ladies, because we're in Palm Springs. I was they're gonna be my friend tonight. All those old women are going to become my friends. We were dancing with them all night. I think one of their names was Debbie. She just had a knee replacement, and we kept going new knee, new life. Ended up becoming friends with these old ladies. We literally got their email, and we danced with them all night. They were emailing us you can come stay in our house in San Diego. And honestly, I'm not going to pretend that was a horrible consequence. That obviously wasn't. That was really cute. But I need to emphasize that this is one of the rare nights where it ended not with some big debacle. My behaviors throughout the night were concerning. Thank God it was a group of kind older ladies who I decided to become friends with, because there were nights that I decided to become friends with bouncers, or I decided to become friends with just random people. I got into random people's cars one time. This guy pulled up off the street. I literally opened the car, sat in his passenger seat. He's hey, who are you? I was well, I need a ride. What? Drinking was obviously concerning. The fact that I couldn't go a day without taking my dry goods was obviously concerning as well. Mixing the two, not great. Just behaving in a way that wasn't really Jordan. Like I said, this is one of the few nights that I didn't absolutely embarrass myself. There were plenty of other nights like this where I went out and met people and made a complete fool of myself. I just think about how now I can actually decide who I want to go up to and have a conversation with. No longer I'm just victim to wherever the alcohol takes me, whatever it decides for me to do for itself. I can actually choose what I want to do and who I want to talk to. Luckily this night wasn't horribly embarrassing, but new knee, new life. Love you guys. Bye.
All I remember is walking into the club and thinking to myself, something ain't right. I felt it all over my body, and I still walked into that club. Mind y'all, it is so packed. Like, they even telling the people that's waiting in line, like, yeah, I don't know, it's not, like, we already at capacity, it's not looking well, y'all might as well find some other plans. Like, Nyla brought the city out and then some. So I walk in, I sit into Nyla's section or whatever because she has specific people, coming out to support her. She wants to sit, in a certain area. Okay, cool, we in a section. Mind y'all, Nyla's in the back. She's still getting ready. She hasn't come out yet, but we still, kind of texting a little bit back and forth. She's like, I'm so nervous. I'm telling her, like, look, you got nothing to worry about. Like, you definitely going to hit your goal tonight. Like, it's definitely some money in this month. So, you know what I'm saying? So, don't be nervous. Get out here. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do best. Work the flow, as you say. Everything going to be good. I'm still feeling like tense, like my anxiety is going crazy and I can't tell what's triggering it or whatever. But I'm just trying to, calm down. My ex still texting me. She's like, are you there? I'm like, yes. She's like, I'm not going to lie. I don't feel comfortable with you being there. Like, this is really throwing me off. Why are you keep messing around with this girl? She's put your life in danger, this, and that. So I'm like, you know what? I just got to, ignore that. So Nyla come out, y'all. Everybody in the building going crazy. Nyla looks beautiful. Stunning, amazing. All those words, that's what Nyla is looking right now. Everybody's showing her love. She ain't even hit the stage yet and they throwing money. As soon as she walk out, on the walkout, they just throwing money flying everywhere. And I'm not gonna lie, I like seeing people that I like or fool with or care about, like, get shown love. Like, they was really showing her love. So, okay, cool. She'll go do her dances. She's on stage, but every now and then she'll come back over. She's like, look, I'm getting a little tired, but, she was like, I feel like we definitely hit our goal. We ain't even halfway through the night, y'all. And she's saying that she hit the goal. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me tell you what's so crazy, though. Like, she kept coming over. She's like, I feel like I keep losing you. So I was being funny, and I was like, well, just send me your load. That way I always know where you at. So, boom, right then and there, she shared her location while she in the club. She's like, okay, I'm going to go over here because, some of my big tippers, they just came in, so I'm about to go over there so they can show me love. Da-da-da-da. She's like, I cannot wait until the end of the night. We can count this money up. I could be done with this. She's like, I'm so glad, like, this is my last time doing this. Y'all, it's Nyla's last dance. Kill. I'm standing there in a section watching Nyla on stage just doing her thing, and like I'm in a daze, like I'm so proud, and I feel somebody kind of like looking at me. So I'm trying to, how like you looking around and try to see, like you just feel somebody staring you down. I'm looking, I'm not really seeing nobody. I look again, and y'all, it's my ex standing across the room with her arms folded. And I'm just like, oh, brother, bro, please don't bring that up in here, shorty. Tonight is not the night. Like, we could do all this fussing and fighting. You know what I'm saying? Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. I don't know, maybe once this is over. But tonight is not about you, baby. Don't be on that type of time. But what's crazy is she saw me. We recognized each other. I walked over to her like, bro, like, what is it? Like, can we at least go outside? This is what you want to do? She's like, nah, I literally have a bad feeling like something's going to happen. So I really came up here. Like, I'm not on that or whatever. I already know what this is about. Like, you still talk to the girl. Okay, you still talk to the girl. But I'm basically just here to make sure nothing happens to you. And I'm not going to lie, y'all. That really tugged at my heart. And I feel like me as a Taurus and her as a Scorpio, that's why the bond was always so tight. Because it's like we can go from dealing with each other to immediately locking in. Like, I'm not going to play about you. Like, you talk to this person, talk to that person, but I don't want nothing to happen to you. If something do happen to you, they're going to have to deal with me, and they don't want to deal with me. So, y'all, the night goes on. It's so packed in there. You cannot turn without hitting somebody. So you can't even walk. Like, the DJ, even on the mic, he's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't throwing no money, get out. Like, that's the type of time it is. Like, if you just standing around looking, window shopping, get up out of here. We only need the big tippers, big spenders like me in this month. Dig, baby, like, that's me. I mean, I'm in this month. Even my ex in there. Okay, I see you. You got that thing going. You stop playing like that. Yo, so my ex get to drink, and I'm not gonna lie, she's a fun girl, but when she started drinking, she's a real fun girl. So you know what I'm saying? She's taking shot after shot, she drinking, you know what I'm saying? She feeling good. I'm starting to feel a little bit better about her being here, because I'm just like, I gotta watch her. My ex, somebody gotta watch. She'll say, oh, I ain't on that. I'm not the type of person. Next thing you know, she bring Godzilla out, and I'm not with that. But y'all, she was having fun. She was making some friends, you know what I'm saying? They in the section, they dancing. She's having a good time. I'm looking at Nyla having a good time. So you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of feeling at ease. It ain't no drama tonight. I'm feeling happy for Nyla. This is her last dance. Okay, kill. All of a sudden, like, we in a section, so obviously we standing up, so I can, like, scan the crowd. I can see over everybody. I see a group to my right, kind of look like everybody trying to run and push, like, towards my way, because the door is this way. They at the back of the club. Unfortunately, it's one of those things where it's, like, only one way in, only one way out. And so the music is up loud, so you can't even really hear them screaming and nothing like that. You could just see everybody panicking, like, trying to get out the club. And I'm like, what's going on? Next thing you know, what I did, I didn't hear nobody scream, but what I did hear is, fuck, 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 fuck. And I didn't think that it was going to stop. All you heard was somebody just letting it go. Fuck, 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 fuck. So instantly, I'm stuck on trying to see what's going on. Where is it coming from? My ex literally grabbed me, throw me to the ground, and was like, get down, stay here. Like, my ex literally threw me to the ground and laid on top of me. And I'm just like, bro, this girl has that type of love you can't really find nowhere else. It's why I'm sorry for me leave her alone. Like, you literally, I'm supposed to be on top of you, or somebody's supposed to be on top of us. She's like, no, lay down. Like, y'all, you can hear people running. At this point, the DJ has cut the music. He's like, hey, y'all, chill out. What's going on? What's going on? Still, you can hear, fuck, 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 fuck. I'm just like, oh my God. Like, people screaming, people getting stampeded, people trying to grab their stuff or grab somebody else, people trying to run out the club. It was literally a nightmare. I felt like it went on for at least 5 minutes. I felt like everything was just in slow motion, just making everything go by like so slow. Next thing you know, it finally stopped. You can hear people like, oh my God, are you okay? Or they're looking for like, oh my God, where's Kiki? Oh my God, where is this person? Where's that person? Everybody trying to look for their people. And instantly, I'm just like, oh my God, where's Nyla? Like, I knew I was good. My ex was good. But yeah, I'm worried about like where Nyla at. So we get to standing up. Now it's a little bit more room because people just literally ran up out the club. Like, ain't nobody really trying to stay. People grabbing up their belongings, their stuff or whatever, and they trying to leave. So we walking around. Even me and my ex is holding hands. she gonna always find some way to try to make it seem like we together. I kind of like it though. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. So y'all, we searched for Nyla. Even we hear other people that came out to support Nyla. Like, bro, where's Nyla at? Where's Nyla? I'm like, oh my, like this girl. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. Every time it's always something with this girl. We walking around the club. Even the girl, like, you can go back there, like, check the dressing room, because she said that she checked back there and she ain't seen no Nyla. So, yo, we walking around the club, literally looking everywhere. We looking under the tables. I'm like, man, where's this girl? I'm starting to get a little scared because, like, bro, like, where's she at? Where's she at? Where's she at? Then I remember, I'm telling my ex, like, oh, I forgot. Like, she literally just sent me her location. So we pull up the location on my phone. It's still saying that she's like, you know, the little dot is somewhere like around the club. So I'm like, okay, maybe she outside. Maybe she ran and got into somebody's car. Maybe some guy was protecting her. I don't know. But I'm like, okay, it kind of put me at ease a little bit just to know that she's somewhere still here. She's somewhere around here. Looking for Nyla. Y'all, there is no Nyla. And it's just like that feeling that I had when I was walking in the club was starting to get a little worse. It was starting to get to the point where, like, all right, now it's messing with my breathing. I'm just kind of like, I feel myself slowly trying to go into like a panic attack, but my ex is trying to calm me down. She's like, Starion, we gonna find her. Like, don't worry. Like, she's here. You got the location. She's okay. Don't think like that. Like, my ex is trying to keep me, you know what I'm saying? She's trying to keep me calm. It's something about knowing something bad has already happened, but it's like you're not really trying to accept the fact. You understand what I'm saying? Like, all the signs point to, you know what I'm saying, something's going on, but you just cannot bring yourself to believe. And I was like, that was just me in that moment. I started to have hope when I seen her location was on, but at the same time, it's like, I still know something not right. This Nyla, she would have been came over, try to run to me, try to call me, try to text me. Like, this not like her at all. Yo, we looking. So at this point, we already crossed that. She's not in the club nowhere. She can't be. We looking everywhere in the club, the dressing rooms, lockers, under the tables, trash cans. At this point, the club is cleared out. Nobody in the club but like the police officers, the security guards, the club owner, whatever like that. walking around the parking lot. At this point, I'm calling her name. I don't even care. Like, Nyla, maybe you sitting in a car with somebody. That's all I kept thinking to myself. Like, she's got to be here. She's sitting in the car with somebody. Like, that's what it got to be. At this point, I was just getting overstimulated, overwhelmed. So I was just kind of leaning up against the wall. So my ex was just kind of walking through the parking lot, you know, asking people, like, have you seen Nyla? Did she come out here? Whatever the case. So I'm just kind of looking, but it's like everything's slow motion. It's like I can't even really hear it. I'm drowning everything out. I hear somebody screaming, but it's just like, okay, I'm looking at my ex. My ex is good. It don't sound like Nyla. So honestly, I'm not really worried. My ex comes over. She's like walking to me, like tears in her eyes. She's like, Starion, we gotta go. We gotta go now. I'm like, wait, what you mean? Where's Nyla? She's like, no, we have to go now. At this point, like, she can't even hold her tears back. She's crying. I'm like, what's wrong? Like, where's Nyla? Like, we can't leave without Nyla. She's like, she's like literally dragging me. I'm trying to look back. She's holding my face. She's like, no, don't look there. Look at me. Keep your eyes on me. Come on, like, we have to go. I'm gonna put you in my car. We gotta go. And I'm still wondering, where's Nyla? Where's Nyla? She's just screaming. She's like, Starion, we have to go now. We have to go. We have to go. We have to.
I think I'm being targeted in my neighborhood. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna try to make this as short, as sweet as possible. It's definitely not sweet though. It's more salty. God, I'm gonna throw up. So this story time, it all starts yesterday. Now the neighborhood that I live in, I want to say it's most of the part peaceful, allegedly. I'm the one I feel like that brings the chaos, right? Like, it's a bunch of families. Let's just keep it like that. A lot of families, a lot of people active in the community. Like, a little too active, like one of those communities where people are always outside, rain, shine, sandstorm, snowstorm, meteor shower, like no matter what weather disaster, like it could be a tornado, they're walking their dog and also have a stroller with their kids in it, right? A lot of pipsqueaks always playing around, family members always outside, always a barbecue, even in the dead of winter. I'm not sure, but like the neighborhood is very fucking social, extremely social, and I am too, but not to that degree, not in the family friendly degree. Okay, so I get home from work yesterday and I'm inside, I'm picking my nose, eating lasagna, you know, doing what I'm supposed to be doing, right? Actually not, I was supposed to be packing for my trip that I'm going on right now, but besides the point. And basically my friend ended up pulling up to drop off something that I needed to bring to New York. Okay, so I was like, okay, my ride's coming, let's do it. And I'm getting a text saying that she's outside. I go, she kind of surprised me actually too. It was kind of a fever dream. I thought that my friend's parents were coming, but it was actually her. She lives in a whole different city. So fever. Anyways, but I walk outside, and long story short, I can't shut my flap, so it was a surprise. And keep in mind, I'm very tired. We talked for about an hour or two, okay? But mid-talking, like, I'm very, not observant. Actually, I'm the opposite of observant. But I guess she is, and we're mid-talking, we're standing, like, by the trash can. Like, there's trash cans kind of, like, at the end of my neighborhood, if that makes sense. But, like, we're kind of by there, you know, we're just socializing, you know, emoting and stuff, hands in the air. And mid-fucking talk, she actually kind of looks down, and she was like, oh. I was like, oh my god, is it a bug? Like, okay, like, like centipede, what's going on? No, it's something I've never, actually expected before. It was something that you used, how do I describe this so I don't get everything taken away? It's something that you use to reproduce with. Men use it to reproduce with in a safe way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking the grocery store. Like, plastic, latex, I don't know. But that was, sitting there and it was used. Okay. And it was kind of like by our feet. And I was like, ooh, like, I didn't touch it or anything. I was like, like, no germs for me. But it was appalling. So I've never seen that in my neighborhood before. Okay. I guess somebody had fun. That's really weird. What? Okay. Anyways, we kind of disregard it. But, like, it was just kind of weird because my neighborhood is so family friendly. Like, I don't even think, like, the parents here even do that anymore, right? Like, they already popped out their pipsqueaks. Like, I don't think they need to go for round two. Anyways, so kind of ignore it, whatever. I forget about the whole ordeal. Go back inside, you know, doodle bop, run around my house, go to sleep at 2 in the morning. For no fucking reason. Wake up in the morning, I'm rushing, I'm getting ready to go to New York, right? Like, that's the trip that I'm fucking going on. And finally, I have my huge tote bag filled with bullshit, right? Like, my bag of resources. I'm like, okay, time to go downstairs, let's go outside, let's get in the car, my ride's coming. I'm walking to the car, and it appears to be, there's something on my tire. Now, granted, where we were standing last night was far away from my car. Not far from my car, but, like, pretty far enough from my car. I walk to my car, and I see, like, it kind of looks like a dot. I don't know. It's weird. It's propped up. It's propped up on my car. Okay. On my tire, to be exact. And I'm like, what is that? Like, is that like a piece of lice? Like, did somebody, you know, shag their head off? I looked down a little bit more. That's that reproduction tool that I saw on the ground, like, earlier. Propped up on my tire. Like, on top of my tire. Used, might I add. Used. And it looked almost like a different one from the day last night. Like, had a different color than the one from last night. On my tire this time. So I think my question to ask is, what does this mean? / if you're in my neighborhood, what does this mean? What did I do? Is that a threat? Does that mean you have a crush on me? Like, what does that mean? And like, it's not like the wind blew it over, because keep in mind, first of all, it's a different one. It's a different resource. Second of all, it was very humanly propped, like on my tire. So I'm assuming the perpetrator did it itself. If not, if the perp didn't do it, like if the perp just left it and somebody else put it onto my tire, you're sick and disturbed. You're even worse. But like for the perp who's using this and putting it onto my car, what does this mean? And now I'm overthinking. I'm like, okay, the first offense that was on the ground, was that on my tire before and I just drove off and it ended up on the ground? Like, what does this mean? I don't know if I'm about to be on Dateline. I don't know if I should call the police. I don't know if I should just vlog it. But I'm just keeping you guys in the loop, okay? One of those things. Kind of a short story time here. But I want to keep you guys in the loop because I don't know what's going to end up on my shit now. Do I take it as a sign of flattery or do I throw up in my hands? I'm borderline about to do both.
I have only one sibling, my elder brother. When our parents passed, it was just the two of us. He was in school at the time and I had just started working. He told me he needed help to finish school, that once he graduated and got a good job, he would open a shop for me so I wouldn't have to work so hard. I believed him. He was my big brother, my only sibling. So I worked 2 jobs. Sometimes I would leave home before sunrise and come back after midnight. All my salary went to his school fees, his books, and feeding us. He didn't lift a finger in that house. I cooked, cleaned, paid rent, and still made sure he was comfortable. But I didn't complain because I thought I was investing in our future. 2 years later, I found out the truth. He had never even been admitted to the school he claimed he was attending. He failed his entry exams. But instead of telling me, he kept taking my money every time, pretending to be in school. When I found out, I thought my heart would stop. I confronted him and he just said, I didn't want to disappoint you. And our family, instead of being angry, they said, oh, he's your brother, forgive him. Family is family, so I forgave him. But I stopped giving him money. He said he had been using my money to attend remedial classes. But I didn't even know whether that was true or not. Still, I kept paying the rent and bills. He ate my food every day and never helped with anything. Around that time, I met someone, a good man. He was kind, hardworking, and made me feel loved again. We dated for 2 years. Then he proposed, and I said yes. I told my brother about the engagement and that I would be moving in with my man soon. My rent will expire in a few months. So I told him I won't renew it. You will have to either renew it or get your own place. That is when everything changed. He got angry. He said, so you are choosing a stranger over your own brother? He started shouting, saying I didn't even know this man well enough, that I should get to know him better before I marry him. He told me I was being foolish, but I told him calmly that I have made up my mind. He went quiet, didn't say anything else, but I could see he was angry. What I didn't know was that my brother was about to betray me in the worst possible way. Part 2 is up. After that argument, my brother became distant. He barely spoke to me, but I didn't care. I was happy. I was planning my wedding. Then out of nowhere, my fiancé started changing. A man who used to call me every single day suddenly stopped picking my calls. He became cold, distant. I thought maybe work was stressing him. But then one day, he said, I think we should pause the wedding. Just like that. No explanation. I cried that day like a baby. I begged him to talk to me, to tell me what was wrong. He said, you are not the person I thought you were. I was confused. I asked, what do you mean? He looked at me and said, your brother told me everything. My heart dropped. I asked, told you what? He said my brother told him that I had had 4 abortions for 4 different men, and that the last time I did it, the doctor said I might never have a child again. I couldn't even breathe. I said, that is a lie. I have never done that in my life. He just looked at me and said, why would your own brother lie about something like that? That was the day I lost it. I walked out and told him to leave me alone. If he could believe gossip over me, then it was never mine to begin with. I broke things off with him. When I got home, my brother was watching TV like nothing happened. I didn't say a word. I just told him, pack your things and leave my house. He knew immediately why I was sacking him and he tried to explain. He said, I was doing you a favor. I wanted you to see that the man is not reliable. If he truly loved you, he wouldn't leave you over rumors. Like, imagine the audacity. He ruined my relationship and expected me to thank him. That night, I threw him out. He left without a word. By morning, family members started calling me. Oh, it's your brother, forgive him. He has nowhere to go. Family forgives. Family sticks together. I told them, hell no. Family doesn't stab you in the back and then expect you to feed them. I've blocked him everywhere. To me, he's not my brother anymore. But sometimes when I think about everything, I ask myself, did I overreact? He's still my only sibling. Was I wrong for cutting him off completely? This follower needs your opinions, babes. Please drop some below. And don't forget to follow me for more story times.
First, we have Teacher Bay. Now we have Stud Substitute Teacher. Good morning. Say it back. I am so tired of people that are grown going into schools signing up for jobs that have to do with schools, whatever, and just acting like weirdos. If you're on the same side of TikTok that I'm on, you have probably discovered stud substitute teacher, and this is a grown person who signed up to be a substitute teacher. I mean, these people act like they were forced to have a job in a school, right? Signed up to be a substitute teacher and just walks into the school and is recording the kids, making content in a school, which it doesn't matter what type of content it is. I really don't think that teachers should be posting any type of content that has a child in it. Like, I remember working for a child care center when I was looking for some community service hours when I was in college, and we had to sign a waiver acknowledging that if we videotape these kids and dare somebody post it, we could go to jail. Where everybody is getting mad is there was a specific video that she posted where she recorded a child. Again, I don't care if you're 18 years old. If you are in school, you're a child, and this is a teacher. This is an authoritative person to these children. And she is once again, for no reason, recording these kids. And one girl is walking past and sees that she's recording her, and she looks her up and down like, why are you recording me? As she should. No child wants to be walking through a hallway and see that a teacher is recording them, okay? And this person says, oh, these girls are trying to take me down. And everybody's kind of back and forth with what the hell does that even mean? Like, was that a sexual innuendo, or were you saying she wants to fight me? Either way, you are a grown adult. None of those two should be going through your head or being posted as a voiceover in a video that you're going to post on the internet. I'm really starting to believe that these grown adults are taking jobs in schools for no reason other than to feed a kink, like a teacher kink, and they're going into real schools with real children and trying to make subliminal content in a school. Like, you can go buy a schoolgirl outfit off of Amazon and you can put that on and you can post it and pretend you're in a school, because that's the only thing that makes sense to me as to why all of a sudden we have all of these grown adults going into schools, signing up to be teachers, and then all they do is they seemingly do not teach. They don't teach. They just want to go in and post content, and it's like Teacher Bay where she's dressing like a hooker, and then you have this person who is also just going into the school talking about, I'm going to post my content, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. You shouldn't be posting anything at all in a school. That's kind of why I'm almost getting to a point where I'm like, I don't think that teachers should be posting in a school at all. Like, I used to say, you can post videos of yourself, but you shouldn't post videos of your kids. I do agree that opinion can, I go back and forth on that, because I do like the videos of the teachers that are kind of showing how they teach a class, because, teachers want to learn from other teachers. That's actually a really great idea. But you have people like this who don't go into school to actually be teachers and educate people. They go in because when they were kids, they probably got bullied in school, or they were a mean girl in school. So now they're trying to be validated by children by walking in and trying to impress them. Like, there should never be a time in your life where you're walking into school saying, I hope that these kids think that I'm the hot teacher. Like, they're kids. Why can't you go where adults go? Like, are you that insecure? This is also why I think that if you're going to work anywhere around children, that whoever owns the facility that you're working in, or it's like a principal of the school, whatever, they should require you to give them your social media link so they can check what you're doing, because that's a job right there that you can choose to do. Nobody forces you to be a teacher, but it is a job that's very important because you're around kids. So I think that all principals at this point should just be verifying these people's social medias and doing a regular check on them, because I don't think that that's allowed. I don't know. But I just think that at this point it makes sense, because you have so many weirdos going into schools trying to be hot for kids, and they want to post videos so other people can think of them as the hot teacher. that is such a weird thing to do. I will never apologize over getting so heated over these types of people, like this type of content, whatever, because they're kids. Like, yes, I'm going to give a shit about children. I don't care if it's not like the cool thing to do anymore. Apparently, we don't give a shit about kids, but I do. And I'm always going to get so easily irate over stuff like this. I shit you not. I truly feel like one day they're just going to do away with schools altogether. I mean, the kids aren't learning shit. We have grown, like, senior children who read on a second grade level, can't spell. I know that because they're all in my comments, and none of them can spell, none of them know how to punctuate, nothing. Run-on sentences everywhere, right? And the teachers don't want to teach, probably either because they're being treated like shit for little pay, or they're like these weirdos that are like, I don't want to teach these kids. I just want to have an easy job, which is not easy, and I want to go in there and post content so I can get famous on social media. There are so many other ways to get famous on social media. Why do you have to do that? And what everybody needs to understand is that nobody's over-exaggerating when they're talking about stuff like this. Like with the teacher bait thing, people were calling her a predator because she is. These weirdos like this, they're smart now. A lot of them aren't like out in plain sight. They're hidden in plain sight. And if you're standing up for any of these people in any way, you're weird. You are just as weird as them. Anyways, I gotta go. I love you guys. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments, because I don't know what to say about this type of shit anymore. It just, you know? Anyways, I hope you all have a great weekend or great Saturday, whatever day you're seeing this. I love you. Bye.
Join the live and comment LeBron James.
My dad kicked me out when I was in high school, and the way that I forgave him, because everyone wants to know how we have a good relationship now and how I forgave him and stuff like that. And the truth be told, it does take a lot to forgive someone, but you truly have to want to forgive them, and you have to actually forgive them. I'm not a person that's like really into like religion or anything like that, but like, babe, I believe in forgiveness. When my dad kicked me out, me and him did not talk at all. I did not talk to him. I didn't talk to my stepmom at all for literally like a whole entire year. That's it. I literally lived with my best friend Zoe and her Nana and her brother, and yeah, that was my life for a whole entire year. I am so grateful and I'm so thankful that they let me live underneath their roof. But at the same time, you guys, I am not related to them. You know what I mean? Like, they could wake up any day. I mean, they weren't going to. Luckily, thank fucking God. But still, they could wake up any day they wanted to and be like, get out of my house. And what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Just say no? Like, bitch, I really would have to go out. So, anywho, my dad ended up texting me. And he texted me a long ass paragraph about how sorry he is and, you know, that he wants to talk to me, blah, 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 blah. And I just ignored it. Literally, I talked to one of my friend, Brinley, and she kind of grew up in a really, like, horrible, like, you know, home life kind of. And so I just wanted to know her opinion because, like, we kind of grew up with the same, like, not same type of parents, but, like, low-key, high-key. And then I talked to my friend Carly because she grew up with the same exact mom. Like, I can't even fucking put it into fucking words. So, you know, I asked for their opinion and stuff like that about, like, forgiveness and do you forgive your parents? And, like, you know, they sat there and they said at the end of the day, you know, you're always gonna love your parent, like, period. But you have to know where to set boundaries and this and that, because I agree, because, like, you know, my dad was homophobic as fuck. So it's like, I'm not gonna get called out of my name or be somewhere where people think they get to control me or this or that, which, bitch, I never gave that. Like, I never ever gave that. That's why me and him butted heads so bad, is because I've always been Gus. And that's something that no one can take away from me, period, ever. So when I talked to all my friends and I saw the text message, my sister ended up texting me. And you guys, I do have a good relationship with my sister. I've always had a good relationship with my sister. She texted me and she said that my dad texted me, and I, you know, asked if I seen it. I told her, yeah, I seen it. She said that he really missed me and stuff like that. So I literally told Zoe, I said, well, we need to go to my house, like, where he kicked me out of, and I need to go talk to him. So I went there, I talked to him, and, you know, I sat there and I listened to him and he listened to me, and I explained my boundaries, and I said, I'm not because remind you, I had to do everything from the ground up. Like, when I lived at Zoe's, I literally got a job, saved up my money, bought myself a car, literally went and got an apartment with my best friend Morgan. So it never gave, I had to ask mommy and daddy for shit. And it sucks, but I really got to a point where, like, I mean, they literally abandoned me. Like, bitch, I literally didn't even, like, I literally talked to my dad and my stepmom, and then literally was all gone. Like literally all my friends, everything. So it literally made me to a point where like, babe, if I have to cut you off and for real cut you off, I'll for real cut you off. Because that's how I've always felt about my mom. Like literally I do not have this like, oh my God, but what about my mom? Like I promise you I don't give a fuck. For some reason, everyone else with my mom, they're like, oh, well, she changes. And she's also a 35 fucking grown ass, old ass woman. Like, bitch, her frontal lobe is already developed. So y'all be like, oh my God, she's this, she's that. She should have done that 25 fucking years ago. I don't know what to fucking tell you. So I don't have that sympathy for her. I really don't. I don't give a fuck. So I got to a point where like if I had to cut off my dad and I had to cut off everyone in my family, I really would. And I did. Literally the only people I talk to is my dad and my stepmom and my sister. And I told them like, I'm not doing the out of call names. Like I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And I'm not kidding you guys. This literally was like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. I have no fucking idea. I really don't remember, but I have not gotten into an argument with my stepmom or my dad since at all, period. I don't know if it's from them kicking me out and realizing that I really stood my ground, because my dad's such a person that like, I don't know if he thought that I was gonna like show up at the door crying when he kicked me out, but like, baby, I swear to God, my ego is so fucking big. I literally dead ass would have been sleeping underneath a fucking bridge before I would have came home asking my daddy for fucking help. So I don't know if that played a part into it, but I forgave them. Like, you know what I mean? That's why I come on here and I tell these stories, because I know some people actually do grow up not like all these other influencers that grow up with like fucking parents that are so supportive of them and give them money. And then that's just not my fucking reality. That ass is not my reality. So that's the only reason I came on here to tell these stories and stuff like that. Is because they changed too. Literally, they are genuinely changed. They don't act the way they fucking did. I don't know if it's because they're sober or what, but thank God. You know what I mean? And I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful for the relationship I have now. So that's why I'm always for forgiveness, and I really do truly believe in forgiveness. My stepmom, Jennifer, has a son, and literally every time that she pisses him off, he just always be bringing up shit that she did from like his childhood and stuff like that. And I just think that shit is really corny. I think that's when it gets like weird, because how are you going to sit there and fix your lips and say you forgive someone, but then when things don't go your way, or like you get a little pissy, you throw the past back in front of them. And I think that's really fucked up, to try to hold someone accountable for something that you want them to change from, and they've already changed from, but you're still holding them accountable for that thing, that same fucking thing they're trying to change from. I just don't think that's fair. And I've talked to Jennifer about that, literally my stepmom. I've literally told her that, like, I don't think that's fair. Literally, like, I could get into an argument with them tomorrow, and guess what? I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my God, but you guys did this when I was babe, I promise you, I'm a grown-ass adult. Like, I know y'all sit here and you're like, we can see your tears. Babe, I'm a grown-ass adult. I promise you, all these family issues and stuff like that ain't gonna pay my bills, bitch. I'm literally just getting on here to tell my stories and shed light on it, because this is real life. It's not euphoria on a TV show. No, babe, some people just were not fortunate as others. But that's okay, because you can literally make your own name for yourself, your own everything for yourself. You just do not listen to those negative people that want to bring you down to their level. Because, yeah.
Hypothetically speaking, not really. This is a real story. I'm sorry, I'm not saying that this time. It's Sunday, the day of Young Boys concert, whatever like that, right? And I get a text on IG, and it's from a girl who got Grambling in her bio. That's how I know she go to Grambling. Mind you, I hate any girl who go to that school, because my ex go to that school. It's fuck that damn girl. I never touched that school. But this girl making a session because she was fine. So she texted me, let me know that she's going to go to Young Boys concert tonight. I said, okay, that's what's up. I'm going to be chilling at home. Anyway, she said, Gene, after the concert, I want to come see you. I said, okay, that's fine. Then she said, Gene, I still want to get to know you just in case you don't try to murder me, some shit like that. I said, all right. So she started giving me facts about herself. And then she said she's from Chicago. The big Chicago. I only talked to like 2 Chicago girls before. I was a little nervous. So then she asked me, Gene, what's your favorite Chicago artist? And I was going to say Lil Durk or King Von, because that's a safe option. But bitch, I went on ChatGPT and I said, give me Chicago artists that no one really talks about for real like that, but still popular in Chicago. Boom. Nigga, they gave me L.A. Capone. What up? Capone? I don't know what the nigga name was, brother. So I said that. She said, that's your favorite artist? I said, yeah. She said, what's your favorite song? Bitch, I went on YouTube so fucking quick. Looked at that nigga name, it said, Some More. I said, Some More. She said, Gene, I'm going to suck the skin off your fucking dick because you know that damn song. Yeah! So boom, It's way nighttime. Young boy concert is over. She texts my phone saying she gonna get her partner to bring her by my house. Cool. 30 minutes go by. She finally makes it to my crib because I had buku traffic like that, right? She get into the house, brother. The minute she walked through the door, she said, take them off. I took my pants off. And she was getting ready to start on my meat, right? Whatever like that. Then she get a phone call, right? I'm looking at the phone ring. It's a black and red heart. So I said, that's a fucking nigga. But I didn't say nothing. Boom, she answered the phone. She got the phone to her ear. And I listened to her talk, go back and forth to myself. Yeah, it was good. And she over there doing this while talking like, yada. So I'm staring at her. And she know I'm a nosy ass nigga. Because she looked at me and smiled and put the phone on speaker. It was a nigga like I thought. So after they finally had a conversation for like 20 minutes, she finally hung up or whatever like that, right? She said, Gene, that's the boy I started talking to. And he had bought us the tickets to go to Young Boy's concert. He also paid for us the gas to drive from Grambling all the way to New Orleans. I'm like, oh. Lord, brother. That ain't my girl, right? So boom, it's time for us to crack. She said, Gene, can you go slow? Because I haven't had sex in a long time. I said, how long? She said, about 4 or 5 months. I'm like, what about the nigga you was on the phone with? She said, Gene, he showed me his on the phone before, and I just didn't think that was enough for me. Oh, you a heartless little bitch, huh? You just a little heartless. Anyways, we cracked for about 3-4 hours, but like, who cares about the details on that? Just know I fucked the shit out that girl. And I really cracked her so hard because my ex go to that school. Fuck that girl.